this is JC. Welcome to Missed Again, where every missed shot is a lesson. It's not about perfect play, it's about my struggles and honest progress. In this video, I'll share a comprehensive practice routine that serves as a great first set for a dedicated practice session or a warm-up for a match. I call this the 4x4 routine as it comprises of 4 stages, each with 4 reps or 4 balls to be pocketed. The 4x4 routine can be completed in 20 minutes or less depending on how fast you clear each stage. The best thing about this practice routine is that it is customizable and scalable to your level or time constraint. It was designed for the advanced beginner to intermediate player. This routine will be too difficult for beginners, and advanced players would have their own routine catered to work on specific techniques or shots. Let's look at the first stage of the routine where you work on your stop, follow and draw shots. This stage is borrowed from the Mighty X drill but without the X. First, an object ball is placed 1 diamond out and 2 diamonds down from a corner pocket. Place the cue ball in line with the object ball and corner pocket. You can place the cue ball as close or as far away from the object ball as you want. However, as you intend to practice with purpose, you want the shot to be a challenge. The objective is to perform a stop shot 4 times in a row. If you miss, you have to start over from zero. If you want to be very strict with yourself, if you pocket the object ball but the cue ball does not stop and instead follows forward or draws backwards, you can treat it as a miss and start again. But it is up to you to see how much latitude you want to give yourself. I hit this at a slight angle which resulted in a stun shot, which is technically a stop shot on a cut angle. It was not perfect, but I'll let it slide. This stage drills your fundamentals and keeps the pressure on you to execute perfect shots. Try to pocket 4 balls in a row. If not, restart if you miss any. Next, you're going to perform 4 follow shots in a row where you pocket the object ball and follow the cue ball into the same pocket. Again, if you miss, you have to start from zero. If you pocket the object ball but the cue ball does not follow into the pocket, you can treat it as a miss and start from zero. Or if you're not so strict or have a time constraint, give yourself a lifeline and just repeat the shot. If you make it, consider it a completion, but playing 2 imperfect shots in a row means you restart from zero. The final set of the stage is to perform 4 draw shots in a row. Besides putting the cue ball as near or as far from the object ball as you want, you can practice drawing the cue ball back a specific distance each time. Start by giving yourself a target of drawing back 1 or 2 diamonds from the object ball. For this first shot, I will target to draw the cue ball 2 diamonds back from the object ball. If I'm satisfied with that shot, I'll try to draw the cue ball all the way to the back rails for the remaining shots. But again, make it as easy or as difficult as you like, but ensure you give yourself a challenge. In the Mighty X drill, the goal is to pocket the object ball and draw the cue ball all the way back to the opposite corner pocket. As an advanced beginner, that may be quite challenging to do so consistently, so work in increments. The next stage of the practice routine is what I call the replacement line drill. I shared this drill in a previous video as well. Set up an object ball about half a diamond out and 2 diamonds down from a corner pocket. Set up a row of 4 balls about 2 diamonds away on the other vertical half of the table. You can set this row of balls as near or as far as you like from the object ball. The objective is to pocket the object ball with the cue ball and hold the position of the cue ball so that it becomes the next object ball. You then use the next ball in the row as the new cue ball. Pocket all 4 balls in a row in the same pocket. Restart if you miss any balls. Ideally, you want to perform a controlled stun shot off the cushion for each shot. If you get out of line, change the type of shot needed and try to pocket the ball into the same pocket. The next stage is the vertical line drill. It is a good follow-up drill to the replacement line drill. Set up 4 balls in a vertical line 1 or 2 diamonds away from the corner pocket. You may recognize this as one half of the simplified L drill linked above. The objective is to pocket the balls in succession in the same corner pocket. This drill trains your cue ball control to hold position after a relatively steep cut shot. I'm not doing well on this drill and ended up too straight on the green 6 ball, so I need to draw back to get shape on the final ball to the same pocket. It would have been better if I drew back more off the cushion, but now I will adjust to take a cut shot from the right into the corner pocket. The final stage is the rail drill, and I find this the most challenging. Set up 4 object balls frozen to the rail, each 2 diamonds from a corner pocket. You need to pocket all 4 balls in succession starting on one end of the table. Here's the catch. For the first 2 balls, you cannot hit the short rail to get position. You must use low side spin. This is essentially a yo-yo drill. For the other 2 balls, you must use the short rail to get from one ball to the other, so you must use top side spin. Besides making the shots, the challenge is getting the stroke, speed, and spin to get the cue ball for shape on the next ball. I'll start with low side spin to get from the green striped to the purple striped ball. I pocketed the ball, but I don't have shape on the next ball to pocket it and get in position for the next one, so I will restart. If you do the yo-yo drill, you will know how challenging this can be. I got the third ball in with the right stroke and spin to come off the top end rail, but I scratched, so I have to start from 0. Typically, I always need a few attempts for this stage, which is why I also leave it as the final stage. I'll also separately do the yo-yo drill and another dedicated rail drill to improve these shots later on. But in the context of the 4x4 routine, the purpose is to warm up for these type of rail shots. It would have been better if I had put more speed on the stroke to get a more favorable angle on the final ball, but I do have a thin cut into the corner. Well, that's it. The 4x4 practice routine should take you about 20 minutes to complete, including setting up the shots and accounting for do-overs. If you're breezing through the routine in 10 minutes, it means you're making the shots too easy. Add more reps, or increase the distance between the cue ball and object ball. Likewise, if you struggle to finish half the drill in 20 minutes, give yourself lifelines if you miss and before you restart the reps, or decrease the distance between the cue ball and object ball. What do you think of this 4x4 routine? Do you have a go-to routine that you use to warm up or use as part of your regular practice sessions? Share your routine in the comments below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. It'll really help the channel out. You can also support the channel by checking out my merch store at missagainpool.com. Every miss makes us better, so let's grow together. My name is JC. Try not to miss again.